Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'll be showing you guys how to cut and sew a simple short pant with elastic waistband and rope. This pant also has two pockets on the sides, and I achieved this style using 2 yards of African print fabric. If this is something you would love to learn, make sure to keep watching and make sure you watch till the end so that you don't miss out on any detail. And if you find this video useful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, share to your loved ones. So let's jump right in. So I made use of 2 yards of African print fabric to make the shorts, and I have my remaining sewing materials here. So we're going to start with the front panel, and I have the fabric cut out already and it's in a fold. So to get the wideness of fabric to fold, I divided my hip measurement by 4, which is 11 inches, and I added 5 extra inches to it. So that means I have 16 inches on fold. So go ahead to work with your own measurement. So after folding, I'm going to come over to the upper part of my fabric and mark out a straight line which is going to serve as the waistline. So this short is going to have a waistband of 2 inches. So that means while taking all my vertical measurements, I'm going to place my tape rule 2 inches above the waistline, just as you can see. So you can decide to make your waistband smaller if you want, depending on the type of elastic band you are working with. The first measurement we are going to mark is from the waist to the hip line, which is 10.5 inches from me. And the next one is from the waist to the crotch depth, which is 13 inches for me. So to get your crotch depth, divide your hip measurement by 4 and add 2 extra inches to it to make a baggy short. And then the full length of this pant is 19 inches, and I'll add 2 extra inches to it to make 21 inches. After marking, go ahead to extend the lines with your ruler this way and then label them appropriately. This is the waistline, the hip line, the crotch depth, and the full length of the pant. After doing that, come over to the hip line and mark your round hip measurements divided by 4. For me, it is 11 inches, and I'm going to add 2 extra inches to it to make 13 inches. That 2 extra inches is for ease and for seam allowance. So that same measurement you have on the hip line, go ahead to mark it on the waistline and also on the crotch line, and then connect the 3 points together this way. The next thing we want to work on is the crotch extension. So to get your crotch extension, divide your hip measurement by 4. Mine is 11 inches, and then go ahead to divide it by 4 again. So I got approximately 3 inches. So I'll mark my 3 inches on that line and then come over to this angle and come up by half of an inch. And then from the hip line, I'll go ahead to form a curve all the way to meet the crotch extension this way. So you should have a curve that looks just like this. The next thing to do is to come over to the crotch line and measure what you have all the way to the extension. So for mine it is 16 inches. I'm going to locate the midpoint, which is 8 inches, and then connect it all the way down. So I don't want the opening of my pants to be too wide. So I'm going to take out 1 inch from both sides of that 8 inches. So I'm going to mark 7 inches from the center of the line on both sides, as you can see, and then connect it all the way to make the crotch extension. And if you want the lower part really wide, you don't really need to take out this 1 inch that I took on mine. So after that, let's go ahead to cut it out. And then I'll cut the lower part this way, then take the sides, as you can see. So after cutting, I'll go ahead to open it up. So you're going to have two pieces for the front, and we're going to be using this front panel now to cut out the back. So I have the fabric of the back panel folded already, as you can see. And the fabric I'm using is bigger than the one I used for the front panel. So I'm going to place my front panel on it like this. And then towards the upper part, I have 1 inch, and towards the side, I have about 4 extra inches allowance. So that is why I said the fabric you'll be folding for the back panel will be bigger than the one you used for the front. For the back crotch extension, I'm going to come out by 3 inches, which is the same thing I used in front, and just extend it this way. But if it's a plus size person, you can add 1 extra inch to whatever you used in front. And on the hip line, I'll come out by 2 inches all the way up, as you can see. Then go ahead to connect the point using my ruler like this, then form a curve. So always make sure that the front and the back crotch are sitting on the same line, as you can see in my video. Then on this inner side of your pant, come out by 2 inches all the way down, and then connect the points to meet the crotch extension like this. This is going to serve as the joining allowance for the inner part of your pant. So we are almost done with the back panel. The last and final thing is to connect the waistline all the way to the side this way, forming a slant. So this is all. Let's go ahead now to cut it out. and then I'll take the waistline. So after cutting out, we're going to open up the side of the pants just like we did with the front panel. So right now we have two pieces of the front and two pieces of the back. So I'll take it to the sewing machine now and go ahead to close up the crotch area using 1/2 inch. So when I'm done with that, I'll show you guys the next thing to do. After closing up the crotch, this is what it looks like. The next one I want to work on is the pocket. I'm going to be doing that only on the front panel. So I'll set the back panel aside. So on the waistline of my pants, I'm going to come in by 3 inches from the side. I'll come in by 3 inches from the side, and then I'll come down by 7 inches on the side as well. This is going to serve as a pocket opening, and then I'll connect the 2 points together, then cut it out. After cutting out, this is what it will look like on both sides. So I'll cut out the fabric of the pockets now and show you guys. So guys, this is the fabric we're going to use to create the pocket, and I have two pieces of it. The wideness of the fabric is 12 inches while the length is 15 inches. So what I'm going to do now is to fold the shorts, the front panel of my shorts, into two again, and then place it on one side of the fabric I'll be using to create the pockets this way. Make sure the sides are aligned like this, and then you can as well pin it down to keep it firm. So after pinning, I'll go ahead to just trace out that same shape from on the pocket fabric and then separate them. So after separating, I'll open up the shorts this way and then place the fabric pocket on it. So I'll use my pin to hold it together, and I'll repeat the same thing on the other side. So after pinning, I'll take it to my sewing machine now and join the two fabrics together using 1/2 inch. When I'm done stitching, I'll open it up this way and top stitch on this fabric. I'll repeat the same thing on the other side and show you guys. So after stitching, this is what we have, and I went ahead to top stitch as you can see. So when you flip this over now to the wrong side, the pocket is going to sit very firm even before you iron it out. So go ahead and flip yours to the wrong side this way, and then iron it out so that it sits very well. After ironing, I'm going to go ahead and fold my pocket this way. Just go ahead to fold it this way until you get to the side of your pants, and repeat the same thing on the other side. So the dimension of this fabric is going to determine how wide your pocket will be. So you can decide to make yours wider if you want to. I hope you guys understand, but this was very okay for me. So I'll go ahead now and close the base of the pocket and also the side. I'll repeat the same process on the other side. I'll close up the base and the sides. So go ahead to pin it down so that you don't get confused. So like I said, you can decide to make your pocket wider. You just need to adjust the fabric you'll be cutting out. So go ahead to pin it down. So after pinning, this is what it will look like on the right side. So I'll take it to my sewing machine now, close up the pocket, iron it out, and then I'll show you guys the next thing to do. So I'll also stitch this upper part to the waistline on both sides. So guys, after I close up the pockets, this is what it looks like. So like I said earlier, if you want your pockets wider, you just need to adjust the width of the fabric that you will cut out. You can do 15 by 15. So the next thing we want to do now is to cut out the excess that we have at the upper part. After cutting, we'll go ahead now to join the front and the back panels together. So I'm going to place them right sides facing each other like this. I'll merge the waistline together and then go ahead to just pin it all the way down. I'll also pin the front and the back crotch together, making sure all the points are aligned. I'll take it to the sewing machine now and use 1/2 inch to close it up all the way down. And for the sides, I'm going to use 1 inch to close it up all the way down. So I'm going to start pinning from the base of my pants so that just in case I have any excess on my fabric, it is going to end up on the waist, which I can just easily cut out. So start pinning from the base of the pants all the way up. So when I'm done doing all of that, I'll show you guys what it looks like. So after stitching, this is what we have. You can see how our pant is taking shape already. This is the pocket in front. The next thing we want to do is to work on the waistband. So I'm going to go ahead and measure from the center front all the way around to know what I have on my waistline. So for mine, I have 55 inches and I'm going to add 1 extra inches to it to make 56. So I've gone ahead to cut out my waistband in a fold of 2. So the length of my waistband is 2 inches and I cut out a fabric that is 5 inches long. So I ironed in half an inch on both sides as you can see and then folded into 2 equal parts which gave me my 2 inches height for the waistband. You can also iron your hair stay to the wrong side of the fabric if you want. So I'll fold the waistband into 2 this way. So this is why I added that 1 extra inch to it. Then go ahead to close it up using ½ inch allowance. After closing up, this is what we have. So I'm going to locate the point where I closed up on the waistband and then I'll merge that joining to the back panel joining just like this, making sure the right side of my band is facing the wrong side of my pants. So I'll open up that ½ inch I folded and then use it to join it this way. Go ahead to pin the waistband first so that you don't make any mistake. So open up the ½ inch allowance and then pin to the waistline of your pants like this. So after pinning, I'll take it to the sewing machine now and stitch it all the way round. I'll stitch it all around. After stitching, I'm going to flip my waistband to the right side of my pants this way and then go ahead to close up that rough seam, or use the band to close up the seam this way and then use a matching thread to stitch down all the way around it. I'll leave a gap of about 2 inches at the center back to pass in my elastic. After stitching down, this is what we have, and this is the gap I said I was going to leave. So the next thing to do is to insert the elastic band to the waistband, and this is mine. I went ahead to join two 1 inch elastic bands to have about 1.8 inches left. So I'm going to pass my pin through the elastic band this way, and then that gap I left on the waistband, I'm going to pass in my pin with the elastic this way. So your elastic band is going to determine the kind of the size of your waistband. I hope you guys understand. So since I used a 2 inches waistband, my elastic band is not up to 2 inches so that it can go in very well. You can use an elastic band of 1.5 inches as well. So while passing in the elastic band, I'm just going to keep pulling it this way. Just keep pulling it and make sure the elastic is straight inside the waistband. So when the elastic comes out of that same opening, go ahead to join the two pieces together and then close up the waistband. So after doing that, this is what we have. You can see how beautiful it looks already. The next thing we're going to do is to create the channel for the rope. So I've already finished up the base of my pants. I forgot to mention that earlier. So the next thing we want to do now is to stitch on the waistline of this pants to create our rope channel. So I'm going to come to the center point I'm going to mark the center point on the waistband like this. And then I'll take ½ inch up and ½ inch down, as you can see. So I'll be left with 1 inch at the center. Hope you guys understand. So that's going to create the channel for the rope. So from that center point, I'll take 1 inch to one side and 1 inch to the other side. Then I'll take this to my sewing machine now, and that ½ inch mark, I'm going to go ahead and stitch all the way around till I get to the other side. I have explained this in my other videos. Maybe I'll leave them linked in the description box. So while you are stitching, you're going to be pulling your elastic. That is the only way the elastic is going to retain its elasticity. So when stitching, make sure to stretch out the elastic band very well. So after doing that, this is what we have. You can see that mine still retained the elasticity, and I've also created my channel, as you can see. So I'm going to open up those points. I'm going to open up 1 inch away from the center point on both sides, and then I'll pass in my rope. So your rope is just going to be times 2 of the length of your rope is going to be times 2 of your waist measurement. So for mine, I have about 65 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and just pass in the rope through the channel gently. You don't have to rush to do this. You have to patiently do this, and this is why you have to also give enough allowance for your rope. You can see my channel is about 1 inch wide, and my rope is just about half inch, not even up to half inch, so that the rope can pass in easily. So I'm going to keep passing it through this way. Just keep pushing the pin at the back, and also make sure to pull the rope in while you are passing it like this, so that you can have the two equal in front. So after passing out through the other hole, this is what it looks like. You can see how beautiful it looks. So when you wear your shorts, you're just going to adjust the rope in a way that it suits your waistline. And this pants can fit someone that is between a size 10, a size 12, and even a size 14. So this is basically all on how to make a simple short pants with elastic waistband. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, share to your loved ones, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.